recorded. Let me get this started. Man, introduce yourself for the people, man.
Professor PJ Howard, man. HBCU band director, high school band director, band activist.
All right, all right. So, man, when did you first fall in love with music?
It had to be in church, man. I was a one of those kids. I didn't really like church. I thought church was for old people, and it was the place I had to go, and I couldn't be still, so I hated sitting still. So it made me hate church.
Mhm.
Uh, I was a little busybody, and I remember this one Sunday, this choir sang, and I didn't want to go nowhere. It made me start liking church because I look forward to. I don't know why when the choir sang, it would give me goosebumps and make my body cold. And still to this day, a lot of people might not like what I'm gonna say, but I don't like visiting churches that don't have good music. Um, and to my defense, I'd like to say that God speaks to us all through different arts,
Right.
um, you know, and our relationship is music. He talks to me through music, and that is what made me sit still to even want to find out who God was. It was music and why it made me feel the way it made me feel, and why I was so drawn or lured to music. Music charmed me because like I said, I was in trouble with you, as most of us were. But the music would silently give me reassurance that, things are going to change for you. Stay optimistic, stay positive, stay concentrated. So, my first time falling in love that I can recall with music was actually at church.
Okay, okay. So, what's some of the best advice that you've ever received throughout your band career?
Keep it simple. Simple is safe. Uh, and one thing that builds quality band programs is what I call positive consistency. A lot of people say, for an example, a lot of people talk about um, Florida A&M or Bethune-Cookman. How they play the same songs over and over. You know, and each year, the repertoire don't change. They only have a couple of shows. You don't see many different interests or many different formations on the field. Well, I agree with what they do because in any business, corporate or private owned business, if you want it to be successful, it has to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Things that you do over and over, you have to make sure that you do those things well. And the only way you can do things well is to do them over and over through repetition. And repetition, the quality of repetition usually decides where your system is successful. You can be repetitive, but being repetitive also suggests quality. And the quality or great quality of repetition usually creates consistency, a positive consistency. You can be negatively consistent too, but you can look at their programs and see whatever it is that they're doing, it's working.
Mm-hmm.
And it works every time. That's called consistency, almost like the Chick-fil-A attitude. When you go through their drive-through, it's like a no-look pass. You barely got to look in your bag because you know they got it right.
Right.
That's how I feel about Bethune-Cookman and Florida A&M and M and Southern University and a couple other bands out there. They have their way of frying chicken, and they fry that chicken. They might dress it with a different, dipping sauce here and there, but the cooking recipe is consistent, positively consistent.
Okay. Okay. So, what's one thing, if any, that you would change in the band world, whether good or bad?
Uh, what I would do in the band world, from a more underlined side, is behind the scenes side. I would give the HBCU band and band directors more funding. I think with more funding, we could be more successful. We could reach more kids, save more lives. We could add more to the bottom line of the enrollment crises. A lot of people are looking at how HBCU enrollment is down across the United States or across the nation. It's not down because, the colleges are declining and quality is down because the high school dropout rate is astronomically high. And kids aren't interested in high school. At least our kids aren't interested in school, period. Is because most of us most of our kids in the highest populated zip codes go to broke down schools. Schools that are torn down, torn up, look like they should be condemned, but they never close. And you keep rotating students in and out. And then you talking to me about wanting me to sit still and learn, but I'm not comfortable with the environment that I'm learning in. This learning environment doesn't speak to me success or evolution or progress when it's looked like this for the last 30 years. It's the same classroom my mother and father lived in. Learned in or tried to learn in. And it was the same kind of raggedy end that it is now. So we want to talk about pride in education. This is, in my opinion, this is one of the situations of why uh, it seems virtually from generation to generation. They say they don't make people like they used to make them no more. Well, that's partly true, but quality, as we just uncovered, is determined by the powers that be. Kids could be the same kids that we were. They're smarter because they have, this is the information age. They got everything in the touch of as fast as they can type it or text it and press send, they can uncover truths. They can uncover reality. They can uncover resources. I graduated high school. Uh, I was 16, 1999, 16 turning 17. And I was one of the youngest guys in my class. And one thing that I do realize is um, kids now are smarter now than we were because they have more access to knowledge. Their questions can be answered instantaneously versus us. It might take us a week to find out the answer to something because all we had was books.
Right.
So if you can learn more faster, then you're going to be smarter. So what happens is in our black zip codes, and this is something that's identical across the nation. The black zip codes, the schools in the black zip codes are underfunded. So are the neighborhoods. You got more closed down buildings in those zip codes than anywhere else. There is no economic stimulation, no private owned, no private owned businesses. And then you have to go to what we call the prime or the premium zip codes to get the things that we need. And then after we forced to spend our money in those zip codes, we got to retreat back home so to have no funding. My thing is, it's the same thing that's happening in our halls of education, our middle schools, elementary schools, and high school. And this is a trickle down effect. So when you get kids to college, it's going to create two things: lack of retention, and it's going to decrease the graduation rate in the colleges too, for the simple fact that the colleges are adopting the same students who were not motivated to go to high school, so they develop these habits of not having prestigious work ethic.
True. Okay, so for the people that wants to know, how is PJ as a band director? Like, are you the same outside the band room as you are inside the band room?
No, man, I'm crazy. Uh, I am I'm crazy. I'm super intense. I'm very calculated. My standards can never be reached. I'm never satisfied, never complacent, very passionate, very energetic. You know, uh, my directing style and my teaching style is almost like a performance. The band director is a character. He's another part of me that's tucked away, you know, during the day sometimes. Sometimes I'm the band director all day long. Uh, and very compassionate dude too, you know, very understanding. During band practice though, the band director, that's what the band whisperer is what they call him. He's very, very, very demanding. That's a good word. He's very demanding, and his whole underlying motive is to get you to push you past your own perceived limitation. That's the whole moral story. You think you good? No, you could be better. You don't think you good? Cool, we're gonna make you better than good. You don't think you can be good? I love it. Great. Let me make a lie out of you. Sit down in the seat and watch me break this down. Something that you thought was so complex. Man, music speaks to my spirit, man. So when it comes to doing music, because I'm good with numbers. So when it comes to doing music and creating musical systems, you know, to create a certain sound, I don't know many people in this world that can rival me with that. Not because I said it, but because I do it over and over. You know, historically, just look at my footage, you know, from Miles College, Talladega College, and Stillman College. None of those bands sound alike.
Right.
Also, I was doing the arranging. Why wouldn't they sound alike? They should.
Yeah.
If I'm the same person. So
Mhm.
what I'm saying is that I've been able to crack the code of how to create certain sounds, all while being a type of sound that is pleasing to the ear by the masses because you gotta understand, you know, people come to band battles with the wrong idea. They come to band battles to try to, some people come trying to be, show that they're musically educated. Okay, that's cool. You know, yeah, you know, by being a college band, I feel as if we have a duty to perform at a certain level, to play songs with certain difficulty, certain texture, certain dexterity. Yeah, I agree with that. But even more so, you have to satisfy the band heads because those are the people who make or break your deal. Those are people out there who are rooting on your behalf or they dragging for you. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to make that decision. Um, who do you come to satisfy? So me, I said I try to satisfy everybody. I'm gonna put some slick stuff in my music. You be like, dang, dude, know a little something about that there. And then you know you might, and then I'm making the stands echo so the other band feel me. And then the band heads hitting the stand echo, and the song selection just right, so everybody is happy. Everybody getting what they came to get. So anytime you come to a band event and I'm there, you're gonna get everything you came to get. You know, I think that what's going to happen, what's going to have to happen, we're gonna have to start raising the cost of these tickets for these football games. Because I'm telling you, I'm making sure that
Definitely. Definitely.
you know, that's, but that's just what I believe in. I believe in giving the quality show. Uh, um, Selection of worthwhile projects, which means awesome song selection. If it ain't a good song, I'm not gonna write it. You know, some people attempt songs and they go nowhere. I don't think it was loud. I look at that as a L. You took a L. You know, there was. I mean, listen. When I write arrangements as if I was the band heads who traveled hundreds of miles to see this band play. And guess what the band head want to know? Guess what the number one question is? Every time you count a band off and the band head sits there and waits patiently, guess what he's waiting for? To see what's in it for him.
Mhm.
I'm giving you my time to listen to this arrangement. What's in it for me? Where's that part that you got me waiting on? And if that never happens in that song, you're gonna get booed. So the moral of the story is band is life, band is love, band is business, but even more so, band is psychology. You got to know the psychology of band. Know the psychology of band is to be aware of all elements that surround band, the sport of band. And not only to be aware of those elements, but to know how to satisfy and manipulate those elements. That's a very important aspect of what we do.
Okay, so we have my co-host Ricky who just joined. See if he
Hey
had
man, give us some of them chips, man.
Ricky. What's up, man?
I
Ricky,
just
man.
come back from my snack run. What's up, PJ?
What's up, big dog?
Oh man, bro. What's happening? What's happening, bro?
Man, trying to stay out the way, man. Trying to stay light skinned. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he full of jokes now. You got to watch him now. He the all in the water. You slip down fucking with him. What's up, PJ, man? What's up, man?
Man, trying to stay out the way, baby.
How the Iris, how the sea mouse going?
Man, CMOS is doing what it's doing by itself.
How much is it?
It's depending on the color, but it's usually gonna be like $25 plus shipping. So what I did was I got me a little website that's launching in the morning, and it's gonna handle the orders because it was a problem. I had so many orders that I couldn't meet the demand. So before I could ship it, the sea moth was spiraling. So I lost a lot of money on that shipment, and it made the shipment go behind. So I had to order a new shipment, which took like 2.5, 3 more weeks because of the COVID thing. And then I had to process it, which is another week, and then fill the order and then ship out. So for everybody who was waiting for this stuff is on the way, and you'll enjoy it. But I believe in giving somebody a good. I rather you have more than your money's worth than just your money's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
I could say I saw PJ around band for quite some years.
Man.
He was at Miles, the other instance. But what really grabbed me to be a PJ fan was Pebbles and March Madness.
Wow.
Like, you see a lot of directors. You might see them get on the podium here and there. Like, okay. I knew Miles when Miles played with Outside Hope way back in the gap. And then they was up there with New Orleans. When y'all went there, then it just kind of went to regular schedule program.
Yeah.
Until Snipes got them, then they start coming back up on the ride. Mm-hmm. But when y'all played that Pebbles at Southern, see, I stay right by Southern. When y'all played that on campus, I was like, this dude is funky with the goddamn pen.
I appreciate that, man.
And it because you remember I came up to you after the battle band and asked you what the name of it was.
Yeah, you did. Nobody knew.
No, you didn't know who I was. And I was talking to Miguel. Then Miguel's brother was down here, and I was talking to him. Then I asked him, I said, man, what song that was? When you told me, I came home and listened to that song. It's on my playlist on my iPhone. That club was like, being a band director, being a musician first from the city of New Orleans, but being a band director everywhere else.
Yeah.
How does you take what you learned in the city to your jobs that you get?
Well, I'm gonna keep it real, man. It's being not just a musician in New Orleans, it's being a male in New Orleans is a highly competitive environment. I don't give a damn what it is.
I don't care what you're doing. Getting on the trolley, they're gonna beat you.
Competitive. Tie your shoes, from the way you dress, the way you walk, the way you talk. How many girls you pull. You know what I mean? Just it's competition. So when you raise You know, to be so competitive all the time, after a while becomes second nature. And then you come to another environment or to another place, and the people around you look like make you feel like you out of place, like you're doing the most. It's like that. And then people will look at you like you trying to overshine, overshine them, or even overthrow them. But what they don't understand is you come from a different tempo, so you just doing you.
Mm-hmm.
This is same me since a little boy. Only thing different about me now, I got more gray hair, my bones pop a little more, and I'm a lot more calculated and precision because I've been shooting the same shot all my life. So you add that attitude, the same attitude we used to have like when you was young in parade season, where you will I'd rather die in the skate. I'd rather die than miss a parade. I rather it's a lot of things I would rather do than to not be contributing to this band culture. Band, the sport of band was born in New Orleans. The after school activity of band was created everywhere else. You understand what I'm saying? Band is an after school activity in most places.
Mm-hmm.
So what year did you march in New Orleans, PJ?
Man, 96, 97.
Okay.
So I got kicked out of school. I went to Reed. I got kicked out of school, and my mom and my dad got a divorce. My dad ended up going to prison over some stuff. So I ended up in Montgomery where my mother's mother was.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when people break up, the mama go stay with her mama, her
Right.
parents. So I ended up in Montgomery, 97, 97, 98, 98, 99. I went to school at sitting at Lanier High School. That school you see me posting. I ended up graduating from there because back then we didn't really have homeschool.
No, not back then.
So it wasn't no homeschool. So if you didn't,
So
go ahead.
No,
I'm listening to you.
Oh, what can we expect out of Lanier High with PJ there?
Well, this is what I'm doing. I'm getting ready to on August 20th. I'm going to do a march for music. It's an event that I've created called March with the Poets, and it's a march for music, music education, and underfunded zip codes, just like the one that my school resides in. School falling apart, band room falling apart, ain't got no instruments, ceiling falling down, got mold in the ceiling, mold in the wall, lead-based paint, no equipment. Uniforms is like we made them at the house. My thing is, I'm tired of.
Is that bad?
Yeah, man, I'm not exaggerating.
Oh, I know. Damn.
That's crazy.
So, I'm going to march from Montgomery, Alabama, from the steps of the school, all the way to Kansas City, Missouri, to the System Blue Instrument Company. August the 20th, I'll be taking my first steps. All to raise awareness, not just for my school, but for every school and every band director that's enduring this unfair treatment, because it's unfair. Because how is it that it has to be a plan? The reason I say that is a plan is because it's identical across the United States in zip codes, just like that. So it has to be somebody's plan. That's not coincidence. And you gotta understand, when you think about this, they say hazing is illegal, right? All right, let's talk about that. How is it not hazing to suggest that a student comes to school every day so that they can graduate, right?
Yeah.
You want a student to come to a school, decrease the amount of resources every year that the student that's available to that student. But on the other hand, life is getting more and more
complicated,
tiring.
Demanding, yeah.
You mean tell me the demand is rising, but the
But
resources
the
are lowering. So you're gonna create something that's called desperate. I don't even have enough of anything to make something from nothing. I don't even have enough of anything. I'm talking about our students. I don't even have enough of anything to make do or make the best out of what I have. If I have nothing, what am I gonna make the best out of? So what I'm saying to our students are crippled from the time the very first day they leave daycare and start public school. That's when the crippling process begins. That's when I'm introducing to them that they're less staff, that they're less deserving, and kids get tired of it, and everybody like looking around like wondering why the rap culture is devouring our kids' attention. It's not. It's not the culture. It's not even the damn money. It's because when you look at your favorite rapper, it's the conditions in which he's living. It ain't got nothing to do with the fame. It's the fact that you get to see somebody your age living in a better condition. It ain't even the fact that he driving a Rolls Royce or he living in a 8-bedroom house with a pool and girls everywhere. No, it's the condition, because the house that I go to, sometimes our light ain't on. Sometimes when I turn the faucet, the water brown. You know, sometimes I get home, my mama can't cook because the gas ain't paid. We got roaches and rats running around, not because we nasty, but because here there's holes in the wall, or our doors are old, or the windows are old. These are the conditions that these same kids, and then we talking about, oh man, these people ain't putting on, investing in their kids' education, but they got them wearing Jordans. Well, let me tell you something about black people. These parents are buying these kids Jordans and so on and so forth because they do know that, hey, my kid I can't afford all the polo and all the Balmain jeans and all that, but at least I can do is put him some decent shoes on to help boost his damn self-esteem because he lives in the hood. Yeah, I don't want him to be dressed like where he lives at. Yeah, he live in some off from a damn hut, but he ain't got to look like it. So the material showering is an attempt to contribute to the student's self-esteem. It ain't got nothing to do with us spending money and trying to spoil our kids with materialism. Because you got to think, when other ethnicity of kids, I won't make the comparison. When they come to school, they don't care what they wear. You know why? Because they live in awesome neighborhoods. They got awesome parents. They're driving cars that we probably won't drive until we 25 to high school. Because it's not because they're better people. It's because they had better resources growing up, so they was able to create better conditions for their future. When the demand of the world started rising, so did the level and the educational resources. So when they graduated, they was right in stride. This is what our dynamic look like. Demand of the world, resources. You can't even see them.
Exactly.
Anybody from Louisiana know, hell, when I was in the damn 6th grade, guess what? I know we had 3rd grade books. Them damn books was taped together. And then, a lot of people mad at the charter schools where it's like our kids finally getting a chance to really learn some curriculum now through the charter school.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not opposed to charter schools. I think that the kids now, like, when you go to New Orleans now, I asked one of my fellow band directors, I said, when in the hell? This how I know it's a new day in New Orleans in terms of education. When in the hell how I recruit some kids from New Orleans to Stillman. I had like 34 freshmen from New Orleans come to Stillman. 34 or 37. The average GPA was a 3.0. I ain't never heard of that. Bro,
Man,
I heard of that. How did GPA so high? It's like it's a thing to do. I saw a 2.9 and he was ashamed to show me. I was like, boy, I barely graduated a 2.5.
Boy, that
I'm
2.9
saying.
was 3.5.
I just wanted to get my credits.
Right.
You like me, PJ? As long as I had these, I'm going to college. It was over
Hey,
my road.
right.
I'm in there.
Yeah.
And look, what you gonna tell me? Because you had a 4.5, my 2.1 ain't better.
Right.
Guess what? Now let's sit down and take this test. Watch I outscore you.
Man, it ain't even that. Guess what? That 2.1 and that 4, I don't give a damn. You got a 7.3. Guess what? Tuition gonna cost the same for both of us. We gonna get the same amount of money from financial aid, you know. And at the end of the day, both of us still gonna own Sally Mae and Navient when we leave here. You know what I mean? If you got a 4.22 and I got a 2.0, I still gotta pay them same $30,000. Because back in the G, them 3.0s was a premium grade. Now it's the average.
Right.
But this is the problem. How in the hell is it the average when all of us don't come from the same level of education?
The mean and the mode, baby. Got to find them.
You got to find the median. You're right. You got to find the median. So that's just where I'm at with that, man. I'm marching from Montgomery, Alabama to Kansas City, Missouri, August the 20th, you know, and I'm challenging all band directors who feel as if they're in the same situation as me, you know, to join the march, all KK Psi, Tau Beta Sigma, Phi Mu Alpha, also Kappa Alpha Psi. I've used every in the band, you know, I'm a Kappa, a Nu. Let me straighten that up. I'm a Nu, and everybody who, if band has helped preserve your life, if band has helped, if God came to you in the form of band as your savior, as your safe haven, as your vehicle, as your avenue, as your way out, then I want you to march with me. And I don't give a damn if nobody come, I'm going. I don't give a damn if nobody see, I'm going. Because something has to be done. Because me personally, it's okay to be upset about something. But being upset ain't enough.
Right. You got to do something.
The only reason I accepted this job is because I was pissed off. I got businesses in Birmingham, Alabama. I don't need no damn job. I got enough stuff to do on my own. You know?
Classic cars.
Indeed. So I got enough stuff to do on my own, you know, between cars and real estate and helping people build profitable businesses. I don't even need band, but I owe band. So I'm repaying my debts with all my heart. You know how people have to do community service and they have to drag themselves there because they don't really want to be there? Guess what? I come to band practice every day. Fresh, brand new, sick, well, it don't matter. Whatever going on in my personal life, it don't matter. Whatever going on in my work world, it don't matter. Band practice is between me and my students. I get them every inch of me, and when I leave there, I'll be even more sweaty than they do. I done messed up so many t-shirts, man, at band practice, bro. Wearing this organic deodorant that leave rings.
For real. For real.
In band practice. I lose weight at band practice like I've been doing Zumba.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in your face, I'm loud, I'm passionate, I'm drawing musical pictures. And when I'm drawing these pictures, these kids, if they looking at it, they can actually see it. It blows their mind, man. It's like, bro, I don't know what was going on, but when we was playing, man, it's like my body got cold, my hair started standing up on my arms. I said, bro, that's called the upper room. That's what I call it. Yeah, it's called upper room, bro. It's like it's almost like an out-of-body experience where you completely surrender to music and now y'all join hands and progress together. And then you resolve and then you resound.
Man, that's crazy. Man,
yeah, talk to me.
Questions, Rick?
Like man, PJ, like you was at You was at Talladega.
Yeah,
Then you got the job at Stillman.
I love
Then
Talladega too.
Then you just come out the blue swinging. Like, where the fuck Stillman come from? Like it was a little thing. Like Stillman had the name like a Tuskegee. Like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, PJ going to Stillman.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. You over there working. Mardi Gras come around, you come to the city.
Oh yeah.
Sounding good.
Gee, I tell you this here.
Every band I ever have, I'm bringing them to the city because if you really want a real round, that's the only place you're gonna get it. If you're in the HBCU arena and you really want a real bout or a real round, you got to come to New Orleans or it ain't real.
Like, but like your work ethic, PJ, it stands alone. Like you got that. How can I say? You got that Mr. Jackson vibe. It gonna happen. It got to happen. Come here, doctor. You gonna go to class today. Like, if you go back and look at Mr. J when he was at Clinton High, man, he was the excitement. Like, they were there. Like, he was, like, you see Mr. J, his whole band dancing in parades, and he might bust a move with him.
Yeah.
Like, the passion is there. The energy is there. The motivation is there. And it's like you, PJ, your demeanor is like an older band director sis. You get what I'm saying? Like, you like the old sit back, did you watch the video with Doc Harris on Crucial Conflict?
Yeah.
You seen how he was mellow, relaxed, well-rounded, educated? That's the sense of director I can see in you. From like how when you were talking about your interview and stuff on, I think it was Meet the 50. Like that made me, like, I paid attention to you. Then I say, man, TJ is an old spirit, but very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And you could tell by your product, like, you not fit to be arguing. Like, you might crack your jokes, but you gonna crack them home. You ain't gonna down talk. I ain't never see you down talking about it.
No, I don't. My thing is about band is, most of these programs around here, I know their recipe and I know they struggle. So I talk trash, but you talking about to be demeaning, never. I ain't never gonna crush these kids, even if your band is trash. You ain't gonna hear me say that. I barely ever, you hardly ever hear me say that band sound bad. Because I feel like your band ought to sound however you want it to sound. I can always, I'm an optimistic person. I can always hear something good or something that I found an opportunity for compliment. It's not, if I'm not your band director, it's not my job to educate your band director. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, ain't none of my students. Now, if a band director called me and asked me for my opinion, then in the instruments, and I'll say what I say, but I'm still always mindful and respectful. Because me personally, I strive for perfection. And if I'm still striving for it, that means I haven't reached it yet. But no, I try to be classy. But again, I have to say, sometimes this competitive spirit that's inside of me,
it just take over, huh?
I'm out. Like, I be trying to tell him to shut up. No. I won't be quiet today. He want to say what it is. And one thing I always speak is facts. I don't speak much opinion based info. I'm telling you, when I tell you something, it's either what I've experienced personally or what I've extensively researched. I don't go by hearsay. I don't do the naysay. That's for children. All that gossiping and all that. That's beauty shop and barbershop talk. When they come to band, I know people listen to me, so I have to be accurate in my findings.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember me talking to you and Mr. My Masonic brother Willie Snipes at the Lafayette Academy Battle Band after they had the NOLA, where they bring all the band directors down. What it's called?
The Combine.
Yeah. I remember I was talking to Willie out
Yeah,
in
at
the
the combine. Yeah.
at that battle, and I told him, I say, man, Snipes, you know what you did wrong? You came to New Orleans with a football season mentality. You wasn't set up right. You can't. I say, man, that was your chance to give Southern a run for their money that year, because you demolished Alcorn that year.
Well,
And like
I want to say this. One thing about Willie Snipes, he ain't gonna be the same kind of wrong twice. He's so very observant. He's a smart dude.
my Mason brother, fishing buddy.
And I don't care nothing about all that, man. Ain't none of y'all motherfuckers noobs. Oh, I ain't mean to cut. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Hey.
man, you good, man.
Welcome home, my son.
I got you. But I'm just kidding with you, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's most definitely, he one of them dudes, he like to play possum. But he really be on it, man. He's very observant. And I wish they would have been able to do that last Bloody Sunday.
This year.
Yeah, like it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a four-way thing.
Yeah.
But the problem is when it comes to these parade crews, we give them too much power because ain't none of them band literate.
At all.
Yeah.
So the more
First of all, I would have had the parking lot empty at Rouse's.
Yeah. That was the plan.
it should have been completely empty, but you know, they don't care. As long as the people come out to the parade, that's all they're worried about. They're looking for elements of attraction. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Talladega and Southern and Miles and Kentucky State gonna battle. Then all the people get out there. Mm-hmm. And it don't go like it planned. It don't matter. This parade finna roll now that y'all out here. Thank you for coming out.
Right.
That's business.
Left turn.
Yeah.
Go on down, make a right.
Yeah, that's business. So, you know, but until we start empowering ourselves and each other by not standing and you know, handling stuff, letting ourselves be handled like we the help when we actually the bosses, then that's what we're gonna get. Because at the end of the day, all of them band directors, see, Willie Snipes has been left out on a limb by itself like that in the first place. Because I want to play the damn note until stuff was like we discussed. All the band directors should have been on one accord. It should have been just like they discussed it. We gonna do it like this, that, this, that, this, that. And until it's that way, we ain't gonna go on. We gotta understand that we have the power. We are the ensemble. There is no band battle without the damn band. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So until we figure that out, until we acknowledge that and stop going our separate ways, then we ain't gonna have no power. See, band is such the perfect emulation of what life and our dynamic as Black people are. Until we get our shit together, we ain't got no direction. We just out here living. We just out here blowing. We just out here marching. But what marching for what? You want these bands to be passionate again. They need purpose. They need to know what you stand for as a band director. And one thing we'll say at Stillman College, I was an activist for my students. I ain't never sell my kids out. I'm sorry. And, you know, some people might look and say, man, that's what cost you your job. Well, guess what? I was rich before I came to Stillman. If you don't send me home, you don't send me home to what I was doing before I came there. Band for me is
a hobby.
Well, no, it's deeper than a hobby. It's a way of life for me but I'm just saying to you, it's a repayment to God. He saved
for what he gave
you. Yeah, so I'm trying to save his people with the same. Listen, let me tell you something about gifts. You heard me? We got the wrong idea about what a gift is. A gift is something that somebody gave to you, right? And then when you're gifted, people start looking up to you. Remember what I just said, look up, right? Look, let's use Michael Jordan for an example. Everybody can relate to this. Michael Jordan was arguably one of the coldest basketball players to ever live. Everybody agree?
Yeah.
But you ain't look up to him because he was a Black guy. You looked up to him because of his gift. right?
Mm-hmm.
To him. All right. So I want you to think about when we pray to the heavens. All right. That's looking up. You heard me? That's why Michael Jordan was worship is because he had gifts and skills that you didn't have. So when we pray to God because God has powers, gifts, and skills that we don't have. So what I'm saying to you is that when you have a gift, you ever heard the saying, if you don't use it, you're gonna do what?
Lose
Go
it.
to waste.
If God gave it to you, you're supposed to give it to other people.
Mhm.
So what I'm doing, since God gave it to me, I'm giving it to other people. I'm showing people how to be delivered from their situations, just as I was taught. So you remember I was telling you about those other ethnicities of people. They ain't rich and they ain't thriving because of their skin color. They're rich and they're thriving because when the format was put together, the blueprint was written down, they took that blueprint that worked for them and they gave it to each other. That's how they created generational wealth. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is until we start sharing our gifts, it's okay to be competitive, but till we start sharing our gifts to what I call lesser minded people, that means younger people. All right. Until we start implanting these ideas and displaying our gifts in front of these people to inspire them to keep them engaged, to matriculate, which means to come from one level to another. Trick them to go to school and graduate and be successful people. Because guess what? Education is one of them things that ain't tangible. You can't touch that shit.
Right.
And you can't promise me that once I get one, it's going to be useful.
Exactly.
But what I can do is I can trick you by keeping you engaged with band to try and see. So you can get me to sit still. All you gotta do is give a baby a tablet nowadays. Well,
Right.
what I'm tell you, the damn band practice is a tablet. Just give me a good tablet.
Mm. Mm.
Give me a good tablet. Don't give me one of them damn etch a sketches. That's what they're trying to get me to build a band with over here. I ain't doing it. You know what I'm gonna do? Something about it. I owe it to these kids. How in the hell? Look, I'm hell as a band director. And one thing I do know, they ain't gonna be able to perform to my level of expectation with no damn horns with holes in 'em. I'm not gonna make them do it. And like I keep telling people, don't donate no damn leftover horns to my band. Yeah, I'm thankful at the effort, but it's time for our kids to stop taking hand-me-downs. They need new.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They deserve new stuff. They deserve the joy of being able to come back to their school as an alumni because I tricked their asses to graduate and say, oh, you playing on that horn, boy, I opened the box, I pulled the plastic out of that horn. You know how it makes a person feel?
Right.
How the hell black people got to wait to Christmas to get new shit?
Facts. Facts.
I want to answer.
Mm.
Why we gotta wait for a white man to bring us toys down the damn chimney before we can get some new shit? And then we gotta wait till the last month of the damn year. So you want me to stay alive for 12 months
just to get a Red Ryder BB gun.
To get some new shit.
It's crazy, man.
So what I'm trying to tell y'all telling me just like you want me to wait all my life till I'm old and gray before you be comfortable with the fact that he's financially successful. Because y'all already know where we come from. Old folks supposed to be on one with money. If young people got them, they did something crooked to get it.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's the story we get, right?
Right.
And damn that. I'm here to shatter all of that. I'm here to tap all of that. I'm trying to tell people don't wait to be great. Be great right now, but before I can demand that of you, I got to make sure you have the right equipment to be able to create my standard with. So versus me sitting here on shows like yours and live interviews like yours, I'm gonna take my black ass out here and I'm gonna march to A. We get the money that we're trying to raise, which is $160,000, which ain't enough. It ain't enough. We need a whole new band room. How y'all want me to have band practice? Where you want us to practice at? You can pick any room in that school. And you know, one thing I do have. I have a very supportive principal, and he's also my fraternity brother, but he understands. When I talked to him about it, he said, "Man, let me walk you around the school." He said, "You see this? Damn, I don't think we on no list, man." So the moral of the story is right now we're waiting on the handout. But the problem is that we don't know when the handout gonna come. So what do we do in the meantime? How do we feed our kids education? Because they got to know. And that's why I keep trying to tell y'all, thank God for COVID. COVID has slowed stuff down to the bare minimum. And it's given us opportunities now to use our brain power on how to figure out how to come back with such an overwhelming comeback. And one thing I will see, you know, I see a lot of people unemployment is an all-time high. You got people, this is the shameful part, you got people living better on unemployment.
Then they doing their regular life.
Doing a regular job.
Working overtime. And you
Right.
talking about, I want you to go back to work? Hell no, I ain't going back to that. Standing on my feet all day. No, I'm finna file these claims every week.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the hell I'm finna do.
Mm-hmm.
You got folks bringing home damn near $4,000 a month. Damn near $1,000 a week on unemployment. And you expect them to go back and slave?
Exactly.
They say a lot of stuff about Donald Trump. And me, I'm not political. And who I'm gonna vote for, I ain't gonna share it with, but I call a spade a spade. There has never in the history of this country been so much free money floating around. I ain't never seen it. I ain't never seen black folks with so many new cars. I ain't never seen them with so much, getting their hair done so much. I ain't never seen them with so many new clothes. They even buy new houses. So many new businesses are popping up now. Black people putting their face on business. When I was looking at it in Atlanta, not because of COVID, but you know, I'm just starting to see so many food trucks and prestigious restaurants popping up. Black people are making money now. When has this happened before? They said a dude a racist, hell, he might be. But I'm just trying to tell you, I've been alive now for a while. I'm almost 39, bro. Guess what? I ain't never seen it before. I ain't never seen black folks own so much stuff in my life. And I'm not judging this just based off of materialistic ownings. I'm talking about businesses, food trucks, hair salons, tire shops, rim shops, mechanic shops. Come on, boutiques everywhere. We need to pay attention. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to expose to my kids that the black that you once knew ain't the same no more. Black don't mean broke no more. Black don't mean uneducated no more. Black don't mean desperate no more. Black don't mean needy no more. Black don't mean murder, don't mean dirt. It don't mean dope, it don't mean drugs, it don't mean jail no more. That ain't what black mean no more. Black means opportunity. Black means power. Black means direction. Black means hope. Black means work ethic. Black means dream. That's what black means nowadays. That shit that they've been trying to sell us, we stopped watching that channel a long time ago. And then I want to say this, and I want to kind of move on because I get too passionate about this black thing. They tried to sell to us that the image of violence was a black face. We from Louisiana. We got people do a lot of killing and shit, you know. I ain't trying to justify this, but in Louisiana, in New Orleans specifically, at least back in my day, people weren't just killing recklessly. It's killing based off of principle. It was based off of a code. You understand what I'm saying? You know why you got killed.
Yeah.
Play with me. It wasn't random. We weren't just beefing. It's something that you did specifically that you knew you weren't supposed to do. That's why you got killed. Now, since I kill you, your partners feel played because maybe you was lying to them, or even just because they hurt. Yeah, they're gonna try to avenge you. Yeah, that created a cycle, but it was initiated due to the violation of principle of this turf. Every turf has rules, even in the White House. It's just certain stuff they don't do. But since you ain't never been to the White House, you thinking what black people do is animalistic. No, that's called structure. But let's talk about violence, the face of violence. What was in, I want you to tell me, this is a trivia question. What was the first example of violence that you seen televised?
Shoot, well, for me, it'd be Rodney King. For me,
Okay. What'd you say, Ricky?
Me? Growing up learning about the civil rights and slavery.
So that's the first time that you saw violence televised.
Televised?
Televised on TV. See, I'm finna make a lie out of both of y'all.
War. Slavery days, huh?
No.
What?
Violence televised. Cowboys and Indians.
Oh, yeah.
John Wayne, the Duke, glorified cowboy. He could have ran for president. Huh? They shined him up and made him look so glorious and so prestigious and so honorable. The cowboys, bro, they were glorified murderers and robbers. They were violent. They chased Indians. They chased people around the damn town, robbing, shooting, and killing people. Robbing, shooting, killing. Robbing, shooting, killing. That's what the cowboys did over and over. Over and over. And they televised this. And you here to tell me that black faces are the face of crime? Black faces are the people who are robbing and tearing up neighborhoods? Y'all was tearing up, they was tearing up neighborhoods. They was shooting up saloons, fighting in saloons. You ain't see no black people on no damn TV, man. You ain't never seen no black cowboy till Django came out. Django came out a couple of years ago. We're talking about in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. The cowboys are already here killing motherfuckers.
right?
So how is that as soon as the color TV come out, now the black face is the face of crime, robbery, and murder, and drugs? You used to see on these same cowboy movies, on the westerns as they call them, the white guy abusing alcohol, slapping women, fighting in saloons, shooting people, stealing horses, robbing stagecoaches, killing Indians. But we violent people?
No.
You ain't never seen no black man hang nobody.
Right.
But we the face of violence. These motherfuckers made a living off of reoccurring televising of violence. They call them westerns. They had sagas. This shit ran for years. And when the color TV came out, all of a sudden the black face is the face of violence. You look in them same westerns. If you saw a black man, you saw him and you looked at him, he's lesser than these other people because number one, he was either working in behind the bar or he was cleaning the floor, shining his shoe or something. I don't want you to see that. What I want you to see is the prestige in that man, because guess what he was? He mind his damn business. They always had their hair combed. They always, even their clothes were ragged, they wore them neatly. Come on, that's called dignity, man. Think about what I'm saying to you. Their damn teeth was damn brushed. Their face was clean. That's called pride. That's the man I want to be. We got it right. They sold us to this. This is what poverty looks like. No, that's what pride and prestige look like. Because guess what? Yeah, he washed them damn glasses. Yeah, he was washing dishes. Yeah, he was shining shoes. Yeah, he brushed the horses. Yeah, he was a damn assistant at the ranch. Yeah, he was. He was a servant. But guess what he didn't do? He didn't slap no women. You didn't see him overindulging in alcohol. You never saw the black man pick up a gun. You never saw the black man steal. So what I'm trying to tell you is everybody who say they keeping it 100, know your ass is fake. Y'all standing on Facebook with these pistols and shit in y'all hands. You don't even know where that come from. No, that ain't the vision or imagery of what black is now. No, y'all pretending to be these white folks. You pretending to be these cowboys. So you fake. Because black is that man who was prestigious, the one that kept his he didn't have the best clothes, but he kept them iron, he kept them creased, he kept his hair brushed, he kept them big old ass teeth white as he could, and kept his face clean. That's what black was, dignity. Mm-hmm. So what you see in black people do now, that's white culture.
Okay.
Make a lot of sense.
PJ speaking facts up here, man.
I ain't, and I'm like Plies. I'm not a racist. I just want everybody to know where things belong. I don't want to step on nobody's toes. And I ain't trying to demean or down talk nobody, but I owe it to everybody watching to tell the truth.
Okay.
That's white culture.
So PJ, man, what are you looking for in the band student?
Looking for the band student. I'm looking for a student that will allow himself or herself to be educated and motivated and inspired. Nothing else.
Okay.
Looking for vessels, people who want to be filled. If you feel like you're empty, or even if you feel like even if you feel like you know a lot, but you still have capacity to learn, those are the students that I need at Alabama State University. Those are the students that we look for. We like to develop students like that who want to be awesome, who feel as if they're on the cusp of being great, and who's willing to sit there and receive that seasoning, because we got a lot to give.
Okay.
And also one that want to go to class.
Okay. So what was that process like in you becoming the assistant band director at Alabama State University?
Well, man, it's something that had been in work for years. The band director there at Alabama State University is also my fraternity brother times two. He's also been my mentor for years. He's probably one of the greatest minds that ever walked the face of this damn planet. And he's a very passionate dude when it comes to music. He's very knowledgeable when it comes to business. He's probably one of the biggest businessmen in the history of band, man. I don't know any greater, you just look at his list of achievements. So to know I had a to thine own self be true moment. What can make me the ultimate band director? And the only thing I could come up with is I got to go get that savvy and those connections, that know-how that he has to be able to not only, not just the educational aspect of being able to teach kids, but also being able to run a band program like a business. And I have never seen nobody do it better than him. I've been around this sport for forever, man. Ever since I was a kid, I watched my first band tape at the age of 7. And it was Jackson State. I think it was Jackson State. It was playing, no, I might have been older than 7. I probably was like 10. It was playing Who Could I Run To by SC. Yeah. So, actually, man, that guy, Dr. Oliver, he's always supported me, man. He's one of those band directors who he knows who he is, so he don't have to save compliments. He can tell you that you did an awesome job, and it ain't gonna take away from him. So, I just look forward to working with him, man. And we talked, and we put some stuff together, and now it's real, man. It's still a surreal experience for me. It's got an awesome staff over there. And, I look forward to being on and learning from and relating to everybody on the staff. It was just a dream come true. My first SWAC experience as a band director. I've been on the independent league for my total career. And I just look at it as, it's just God wants me to be here.
Okay. So why should a band student want to come and play for Alabama State?
You want to play for Alabama State, number one, is because Alabama State is one of the best at black education. Alabama State is the only HBCU in our area, in our geographic, where you can get a bachelor's, a master's, and a doctorate degree on the same campus in the same concentration. Alabama State just has. You always want to sign up with a product or with a label that has more to offer you than you can offer it right now. So that means that you always feel like you got more than your money's worth. Also, when you talk about band experience, I'm gonna be there. Everybody know, everybody know that I'm gonna give everything I got every time you see me. That's one of my mottos. So I demand that. I'm demanding. Then you got Dr. Alba there, who's he believes in doing things with style and class, prestige. It's just a hell of a feeling, man, to be in one of his bands. Even the way he travels, the stuff that kids wear, the instruments they play on, all this stuff means a lot to him, with his band philosophy. It kind of makes me think back to the words of Deion Sanders that say, when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you play good. Dr. Always is, he's like he's Showtime of bands, the football feels like his stage, he's almost like a movie director. And he's going to put a show out there. Sometimes it takes people a while to understand, like, what in the hell was he? And then you look at it like, hold on, wait a minute. Man, that was lit. You're a whole year too late, though. So, I like how progressive he is in terms of being a visionary and his skills in terms of being able to turn a band into a nationally and worldwide, internationally known product. I haven't seen anybody do that. You can look at your favorite band and let them print out their resume and put it next to Alabama State, and I guarantee you, when those resumes are compared, you'll look like a child. See, some bands are feeding off of hype right now. Alabama State University, in some homes, people use Sam's Best or Great Value. In other homes, they use name brand stuff. I'd just like to say on behalf of Alabama State that we surpassed the Great Value and the Sam's Best, but most definitely name brand in places that other bands have never been before. You got to think, you can take your favorite band to Tokyo. Nobody gonna clap. They don't know you. You just hometown hero. But at Alabama State University, you can take them to London. You can take them to Tokyo. You can take them quite a few places in their household name. And you got to think, I don't even go to church, but I'm spiritual, and I most definitely believe in God. But I'll paraphrase something from the Bible. It says the only place that Jesus could not perform miracles was in his hometown. So when you're at home, those are the people who don't see the greatness in you. So what we don't worry about is the locals.
I feel that. So, man, what would you say was your proudest moment as a band director so far?
It would have to be the Birmingham Battle of Bands. That was we got the number one band in the nation. And the people who are on that panel that decide, they're like the band gods. So what they say, I believe, not just because we got number one, because some weeks we got like number 9, some weeks we got number 15 out of 20, It's one week we got 19 out of 20. But to even be placed, it's more than 20 bands out there. So to even make the list made me feel like we're heading in the right direction. So that moment of my kids not acknowledging fear, not acknowledging adversity and the way that they dealt with adversity, and the spirit that they had, they came to play. They didn't give a damn about what all stuff that gone wrong. We had band practice 3 days. And in those 3 days, those kids learned all those songs. And they learned that little raggedy show we put together in one day. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we put all the stuff together. And Sunday, they performed. And then they wouldn't let us perform. They wouldn't let us practice after sundown.
Damn.
So we
Yeah, Stillman?
Yeah. They wouldn't let us practice. We practiced from basically 6:30 to 9. And at 9:01, you can make a note.
That's crazy.
For 3 days. So we had 9 hours of practice.
That's crazy.
I mean, it is what it is, but that was one of my proudest moments, not because of how the band performed, but it's because of the demeanor they had, the mindset they had. I didn't give a damn that it was 30, 40,000 people in that crowd. That crowd was huge.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't care about them people. It was a moment where it was just me and them. They didn't even care about nobody else. They weren't looking at nobody but me. And when they came off the field, they didn't even ask me how they did because they felt it. So that let me know that we was finally in the same place. Yeah, that's one of my proudest moments, man. That's why I feel like I feel about band now, man. I'm telling you, my bucket list is complete. In my mind, ain't nothing else for me to do.
Okay. So out of all the songs, band songs that you have written, what would you say is your personal favorite?
Man, it's something that didn't even make it out of the band room because I think I wrote this rendition of "Stranger in My House," and it was such a beautiful song, man. It just never left the band room. I was always afraid to count it off because it had some parts were kind of like syncopated, because I was trying to create some difficulty in the song and be tastefully creative too. And I was doubting myself, so I never counted up. But from what people have heard, man, I don't know. One of my most fun pieces was Liberian Girl. And I was testing the theory. I wrote Liberian Girl in 2005. And when I play it now, it still sounds new. So it just lets me know that even back then, like, at that point, I had only been arranging for a year when I wrote that song. So when you listen to Liberian Girl now, know that I wrote that as 1 year in arranging. But when I play it versus your favorite band, it's disrespectful. So you got to think that's 1 year in. So you're looking at me now, we're in year 16. What the hell can you do with me? I already started on my mini-me's now, training them up, showing them the science. I'm so far ahead. Some guys my age still focus on trying to sharpen their own personal axe. I'm sharpening other axes now. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm gonna live forever. Because I passed the torch. I'm showing them how to like that motherfucker right now.
Respect, man. Respect. Ricky, man, you got some questions for PJ? Turn your mic up.
Man, Ricky been eating the whole time. He's supposed to be refreshment for everybody.
The whole time.
Lord.
Man, I was working. I had a long work day today, man. I did about 50 shirts I had to do. Yeah,
That's awesome,
I got to do some I got some artwork to.
Ricky got a T-Mobile phone.
Ricky, man, what's up with your connection, man? Yeah, man. So with all this COVID-19 stuff going on, man, do you have any advice for your band students, high school and college?
Yeah, man, just play by the rules. You know, social distance. Keep your hygiene together. Make sure you know everybody talking about keep your hands and your face clean and covered. You know, wear your mask. Yeah, change your clothes though. Take a bath regularly. If you've been outside, take a shower when you get back in. You know, wash whatever you could have been contaminated by, and wash it off your body. You know, be considerate of people that you live with. You know, COVID is a thing that you can catch it over and over and over and over until it kills you. It's not like the flu at all, like they told us before. If you look back at my lives, the second week they announced COVID, I told them, I said, listen, they're telling you to wash all the surfaces and stuff like that. Yeah, you should be doing that anyway, but it's airborne. I said this early March, like the first week of March. I told everybody it was airborne, and people was laughing at me. So, oh man, here you go with some conspiracy theories. I said, listen, how in the hell, if I ain't been nowhere but outside of my driveway, I ain't touching nobody, I ain't by nobody, how in the hell I get COVID? It's got to be airborne. I mean, you know, people was talking about chemtrails and stuff back in the G, and they thought it was lies until the United States exposed them. Yeah, it was chemtrails. You could usually look up in the sky and it look like zigzags, and people ain't know what it was. Ooh, look at the clouds. Know what I mean? Clouds and chemtrails. And then these chemtrails only happen in certain coordinates, only in certain communities. People don't believe in recipe, but you believe in recipe when it comes to baking a cake or arranging a piece of music. But you don't believe in geographical recipes like in the black zip codes. The only thing that's prominent is fried chicken, burgers, and alcohol, and check cash and payday loan spots. There ain't no Whole Foods in the hood.
Right.
Can't buy no organic food in the hood. Where you gonna get it from? You think McDonald's selling organic hamburgers? We eating depressed cows.
Mm-hmm.
We eating depressed chickens, depressed pigs. Could you imagine how depressed you'd be if you know you're getting ready to get your head smashed just like the cow in front of you? You just saw what happened to the dude in front of you. And you know you next. So tell me what you felt inside of you the moment that you were killed. You were scared, you were angry, you're depressed, and you felt hopeless. Because there wasn't shit you can do about it. You're just getting ready to get killed, huh? Mm-hmm. And we also agree that energy doesn't die, it does what? Transfer. Mm-hmm. So if you are what you eat, then you are depressed because that cow was depressed. He was scared. He was angry. And he felt hopeless. So now look at the attitude of most people in our environment, in those zip codes. They emulate those same characteristics of those other cow that he displayed in his last moment. So whatever he felt when you ate that burger, those are the damn energy that transferred inside you. Recipe. Mm-hmm. We're going to keep them down through the food source. We're going to keep them killing each other because we're going to put buku pawn shops in there where they can get guns without ID. Mm-hmm. We're going to put all the crack rock in there. And we're going to keep all the liquor right over there on their side of town. Certain side of town I go to, I can't find a damn ABC store. I got to go to the hood to buy liquor from one get it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. It's a setup.
Recipe, man. Mm-hmm. Come on, man.
Yep.
And then the other thing is that you got to look. Let me ask you this. In the black neighborhoods, they got 100 cops on the same beat, patrolling. But we some kind of way, we still manage to have more drugs in the neighborhoods than everybody else when we got more police.
That's crazy.
How's that possible? If you got more security, then there should be less crime, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Man, leave me alone. I don't want to talk no more.
Hey, bro.
What's up,
You
baby?
very educated, man. Like PJ, it's like you doing it for the culture, but you're doing it for the race at the same time.
Yeah, I owe it to both of those groups you just mentioned, man. I'm just here to dispel the misconception, man. You know.
You know, but it take more than one.
Yeah, but I know somebody gonna see this and they gonna feel it's hard enough to actually maybe reach out to me and get more information on how to change. It all this starts like one thing that I'm proud of black folks is that we still followers to to you know to a certain extent.
You know, but it.
We still followers, and we'll still, if the right person presents the right message, we'll follow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if you got these kids that are listening to me and they're understanding and they're inspired, they're gonna take the same conversation back to their homeboys and their partners, to their friend circle.
Mm-hmm.
So now we got 7 little young dudes that's mentally equipped, and now they have what you call keen perception. They can see it for what it is now. Them 7 dangerous dudes, because that 7 can turn to 14, 14 to 21, and 21 to 42, and 42 into 1,000,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's all I'm on. I just feel like I owe the people to put it out here. And like I said, we're in the information age. The kids who follow me, they're gonna research this conversation right here, and they're gonna do their thing. They're gonna see it for what it's hitting for.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
what can we expect from the mighty marching Hornets from PJ's fingers?
I'm gonna put out some new music, new musical and arranging concepts, some stuff I've been wanting to try. I know that this year we'll have the instrumentation to pull that off. I'm gonna dive students, so you gonna catch me learning too. Uh, and it's just me. I just want to take my craft and my teaching to the next level. I've been learning a lot of things in my master's studies courses. I just finished my first semester of my master's. I got an A and a B plus and B minor.
That's what's up, man. Shout out.
And I was taking 19 hours at one time. So I was actually enrolled at 2 schools. I was taking 7 at Alabama State. I was taking 12 at Liberty. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm trained, brother. But I wanted to test myself, see what I was made of, and thanks to COVID, I ain't had nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I just paced myself, and I've been getting it in, man. And I go to sleep now every night usually around 9 o'clock, because usually I'm up to 1 and 2 o'clock doing homework. But you know, God is good, man. We persevered, and it's gonna pay off. So I should be done with my master's in December. You know,
That's what's up.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah. So
Let's talk about these old schools, cars. I heard you got a nice collection.
yeah, man. What we got? I have a Buick Grand National. I have a Chevy IROC. It has a LSA engine in it that came out of a Camaro ZL1. So it's like a 600 horsepower supercharged engine on a little light car. I got a anniversary edition 300ZX Nissan. Um, it has a Lex LS400 motor in it and single turbo. It's called a 1UZ engine. What else I got? I have a Ferrari 599 GTB 2009. It's got like 19,000 miles on it, something like that. I have a Bentley Bentayga Billy truck. It's Billy blue with white interior with blue piping. What else I got?
You don't drive it too much, huh?
I drove it today. What else I got? I got a Jaguar F-Type. It's a Jaguar coupe. It's a 2018, something like that. I got a brand new Jeep Wrangler downstairs. I had that like 2 months. I'm gonna get me I'm gonna get that thing is, the Jeep, whatever the one that look like a truck is. I'm going to get that maybe next weekend and put me some 28s on it, like the all-terrain tires. I want to try that. Give me like a 6-inch lift.
So what's the oldest car you got? You got any classics?
Yeah, I have a 1971 Porsche 928. It's the same car that Scarface drove, Porsche that he had. That's actually where I saw it. I also got a Porsche 944. I actually got two of those, but one of them don't work, a white one and a red one. I have a BMW 3 Series. It's riced out though, man. It's like Fast and Furious type stuff. I have a Mazda MR2. Like, these cars are like collector's items, man. Like, I don't just collect Chevys and stuff. I'm a car collector, so I collect like highly sought after vehicles. Like, if somebody who liked Toyotas, it'd be like, damn, his Toyota collection is game. You know, I got a damn, man. What else I got? I got a BMW 6 Series, 2014. I have a Bentley Continental convertible. I mean, a Bentley GTC convertible, the two-door Bentley. I used to drive that to work every day. What else I got? Man, I got all type of bullshit, man. We just have to do another.
Oh yeah. So man,
a band life crib special.
Now, you know, we're gonna come out there and catch y'all at a game. You know, I record the Stingettes myself. You know, I be hosting dance competitions, and Jada, she's one of my judges coming up. COVID messed that up, but we're gonna replay that in the spring. Oh man, bro, you know, I'm glad you was able to. I'm glad I did finally get home, settle down, and jump on this interview, man. You shedded some light not only on band but the inner city culture itself.
I think we might be freezing up a little bit. Come on, man. What's going on?
You wouldn't feed kids spoiled food at school, so why you giving them a spoiled education?
Right.
Yeah, man. You very knowledgeable, Pete. So what gonna be the first song that they're gonna grab my attention? Just one for the semester. I'm looking forward to it.
I don't know, man. I got this song where Marvin Gaye that I'm looking forward to passing out. It's called "Get to This." And no band has ever, I've never heard a band play it, but if they have, they don't want to play it no more.
Man, what made you write Always?
Actually, Alabama State used to play it back in the G when I was in high school. And I heard them play the song, but I didn't know what it was. And one day I was looking for something to write, and I downloaded the Pebbles album on my iPhone. And it came on. I was like, what the hell is that? And I looked down at my phone, I saw the name. And I kept listening to it. Then I listened to the version that Bama State used to play. I was like, man, they left all of this stuff out. And then how they played it, it felt different. But how I played it, it's how I arranged it, is how it felt to me. I felt like it should have went like this. You know, I think that even the way that Pebbles and Babyface arranged the song, I feel like it should have went like this. We talking about always. It's like the song suggests that I'm always gonna be loyal, but if you leave me, I'm gonna be hopeless. That's why I'm saying, please, baby, don't leave me. Don't ever desert me. I promise my love to you, and I love you always. That's what the words say. So, baby, don't leave me. That's me being hopeless without you. Please don't leave me. Don't ever desert it. That means stay with me forever. And then it said, I promise, which means that saying I promise in that manner is almost saying like please again. I promise. Like whatever I got to do, no matter what you do to me, I'm gonna love you always because I'm hopelessly in love. So when I wrote it, even though we wrote it as a battle song, but that's what it meant to me. It was like a plea. And you know, we done been in love before, whether we want to admit to it or not. And it has a lot of promising involved and a lot of pleading involved. So that's what the song was. All those emotions, promises, and pleading and begging, and at least being sincere in that moment.
That was one of my songs of the year right there. Not gonna lie to you.
Man, you know it. Those songs like that, like Pebbles and Dirty Diana, they on the same like plane for me.
Wavelength.
Yeah, so it'd be making me feel like I didn't put much time in those songs. I didn't really care so much about. I didn't care so like when I write an arrangement, I do a lot of cause and effect. These songs, right? I just wrote what I felt, and I was like, I don't care who like it, I'm passing it out. I ain't doing no proofreading. I ain't looking over this is what I feel right now, just raw feelings in print. And that's what those two songs were, Dirty Diana and Pebble. They were the same mindset. It was like I was going through something at the time. You know, I had just lost some babies. You know, I was with a girl and she got pregnant and delivered stillborn, man. And it happened again. She delivered a stillborn. And I was like, Lord, like, and I ain't know what to do for her because I was young, she was young, and me, those were the first two situations in my life were in the life of our relationship that I could not fix. And she looked at me like I was Mr. Universe, and that shit exposed me. So I was saying, baby, don't leave me. Don't ever desert me. I promise. My life to you, I love you always. So that was me just pleading. Not I didn't have no. I was too proud to say that, but that's what I felt. So I wrote that song. So most of my songs that people like be some stuff like it'd be a slick message or something that just happened to me, or and I wrote it in that moment so that those emotions were still brand new and still real. So it was easy to transfer what I felt to paper.
So what would you do? What would you do to that arrangement now that you did then?
That I didn't do then.
Yeah.
I would have took more time because I don't feel like that about love no more. I don't feel hopeless no more. I'm in a place now where
Comfortable.
well, I'm not comfortable. I'm accepting that there's just certain shit that I can't do. You know, it's just certain stuff that I can't fix. And I'm all right with that. I, I'm comforted by the fact that I let you see me try my best, whether I succeed or not. So this song right now, I could probably not be so selfish and make it be about me and write it for what it actually was.
I would love to hear that.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it right now. Actually, since you just put it on my mind, this is actually the room that I write all my arrangements in. I got like
How many arrangements have you wrote over a period of time?
actually not many, man. Well, I take that back. I actually wrote songs for people that other bands played that
You don't get credit for
Well, it ain't.
ghostwriting.
Yeah, and you know they got all the credit for it, and it's like they look at those schools like, man, like you know they one of the ones, but if you know where that music came from, you know that yeah they one of the ones, but they swagger jacket, you heard me?
Mm.
You know they what you call they got contact smoke. You heard me? It's like yeah they hot. You a gangster by association type of junk. You heard me?
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't your band director didn't write that, but since me and them cool, you know, I'm gonna let him live. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's like that, you know, and I just those are the secrets that I'll take to the grave.
Oh yeah, you ain't got to say that, man. What was your what would you say was your toughest battle working at Miles, working at Talladega, and
Still.
Stillman?
Man, my toughest battle at Miles was nobody.
Hmm.
When we was at Miles, the band that we had, it was completely different from every other band in HBCU because our band was filled with athletes. Like these guys can just play horns. Like if you can imagine a guy being able to jump over through head and dunk like some LeBron James type junk, you had guys who was LeBron James on the horn,
Mm-hmm.
on the instrument. You feel me? So it was like, yeah, these dudes, the people around they can play, but they don't play like these ones. You see what I'm saying? Then I had a whole band of them people. So it's like getting them to play the same style was the biggest task.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you're looking at them Miles College 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007 band. They ain't comparable because the level of musicianship, like what those guys could do on those horns, put them in another league. It's just that back then, one no media team to, you know,
To show it.
to show it. So, you know, a lot of this stuff went unseen
Mm-hmm.
because I really do feel like had people seen Miles in those years, that's when me and Willie Snipes was on like we weren't even in our prime yet, but that's when we was young, dumb, and full of, you know,
Yeah.
and but at the same time, we figured out what we was doing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
We figured out, oh, I got it now. That moment of illumination happened at the same time, and when it happened, we had some unreal moments, man, but it just wasn't televised. But so we move on to Talladega. Talladega, we really didn't have any close battles, man. When I was there, you know, I mean, maybe that Midnight Madness thing, people can call that close, but if you look at the instrumentation of that band, you'll see that it was almost impossible to get close to that band. If you say that Southern won certain rounds, maybe that's because you like Southern University more, you're more of a fan. But some battles, when you look at our instrumentation and me knowing that those kids, all those kids were playing and that 80% of that band actually had a real fat tone, just those elements alone lets me know they was unsmashable. All they had to do was press the damn valves down at that part. All they had to do was put a decent arrangement. It didn't have to be good. They gonna sell it. We had 60 trumpets, 22 mellows, 24 beat, not baritones, UFOs. And then we had like 26 tubas, 30 trombones. What the hell you gonna do with a band like that? You can't do with a band like that. And everybody is playing, not just playing, but playing big, like they're doing it on purpose. This ain't like one of them Prairie View bands where they got 3 different styles depending on who get on the ladder. Talladega was that band, I'm balls out.
Yeah.
When the downbeat come, I'm destroying it. That's what the mentality was. I hate the downbeat. You know, I'm gonna hit it with everything I got. And then you got a band across the way here. Southern University will beat you on song selection and finesse. It ain't got nothing to do with musicality. They're gonna beat you on song selection and finesse. the way in which they play, what they playing. All them arrangements don't be all that hot. Traditionally, they haven't been. But now, you had Nate Hamm will show up. You got, not to diss nobody that came before them because they've always had a great repertoire. But you had Nate Hamm will come through. Then you had Brian Simmons. That dude can write anything and write it well. And now you got Kedrick Taylor. That man takes symphony music. He's a pianist. I can listen to the way he arranges and tell. Just some of his chord progressions and the way he voices. It lets me know that he knows that damn piano. But the moral of the story is, if you listen to that band, man, that's what makes it so hard to beat them. It's the song selection, the arrangements, and the finesse, the way in which they play everything with it makes it look like they're playing without effort. Then they sound so big.
It's like the delivery part of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the delivery part. That's what makes Southern University. And then the other word we talked about earlier, consistency. You already know what you're gonna get when they march in. You just don't know what they're gonna play.
Right. Right. So PJ, man, if someone wanted to try to, audition for Alabama State, how could they do that?
Man, they can get in contact with me on Facebook at Just Being PJ Howard. Inbox me, or they can contact you. You know how to get in contact with me. But that's the best way to do it. Reach out to one of my people out here. They know how to find me, man. If you want to find me, you could. But I do challenge all these students not just to go to college or go to a university, but go to one that's already great with or without you. And that way you'll be participating in a culture and heritage that's greater than you.
And
forward with it.
And going from as an assistant band director and once a head band director in college, do you think it's important for that student, that incoming freshman or transfer student, to go to the school that has the best educational major, department for their major, for them, for future success? Or how you look at that?
Very simply. If you want to be a band director, don't go to a school that you ain't seen no band directors graduate from. Would you go, if you want to be a plumber, would you go to a school that specializes in cake decoration? You might get it. You might get your plumbing certification, but you might not get a job because your school ain't known for plumbing. It's known for cake decorating. So when you tell somebody, I went to such and such school, what's your major? Oh, music? Man, you should have got a degree in plumbing. Man, that's red water. There ain't no hot sauce. I drink that stuff.
So PJ, man, is there anything that you like to get off your chest, man? Anything in the band world or just in general?
Just right now, man, I'm focused so much on fighting for these kids. I want y'all to come help me fight for these kids. Help me fight for these band directors. Help me fight for these parents and these economically deprived zip codes. And, help me fight for music education in our schools, a fair quality music education, the fair amount of support, the fair amount of funding for education overall. That's what I want us to do because that's what's not happening. That's what's not happening, man.
Okay. Rick, you got any last questions, comments?
Man, I just look forward to coming to one of the Alabama State games and your high school games on that same weekend and checking y'all out.
Yeah, we're gonna do our thing, man. And like me, I aim to please. I don't know what the high school band gonna be this year.
Oh no, it take 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, it's gonna take more than that for me because we had band camp. My kids was like, man, what the hell is band camp? I know that the school around the block do it. And then they had band camp with me. And it's like, I ain't know band was like football. I said no, band ain't like football. Football is like band.
So so y'all had band camp.
Yeah, we had a band camp. And, you know, all my kids act like they was about to die. They was out there throwing up. And I was laughing.
And you said that, huh?
Really, PJ?
They hadn't had a band camp in 5 years this year.
Damn.
So reestablishing a band culture over there is what's really happening. So we grinding, baby. That's all I can say.
Hey, type your high school full name and mascot in the comment section.
If it'll let me. All I see is the Zoom screen.
Oh.
I'll type it now.
Type it in for me.
All right.
I got him, D. I'm gonna take care of him. Before I go to sleep, I'm gonna make sure I take care of something for him.
All right.
What's our color scheme?
It's raw blue, navy blue, white. That's what I'm using.
Oh.
So PJ, man, you have any last words, any last comments, man?
Basically is just to remember that music saves so many of us. Band, through the entity, through the extension of band. And most definitely, music trumps the soul. It's our medicine, a lot of our lifelines, you know. Us who are music educators, music still continues to feed us, preserve us. And I think that it's time to pay homage and tribute to God and this element that He's given us through music, and we got to do everything we got to do and can do to fight to preserve it and protect it and be able to pass it on to our kids, because contrary to popular belief, and that I'm here for everybody. But right now, I'm really just focused on my people.
Okay. But man, it's been a great interview, man. PJ, I appreciate it, man. I know it took some time with the technical difficulties, man. So I appreciate you hanging in there. Like Ricky said, we'll definitely be out there, man, to check out the high school.
Well, sure.
And, you know, if you need something, man, just reach out to us, man.
Hey, bless y'all, man. Thank y'all for having me on.
And I need to order me some. I want the sea moss that you drink. I don't want what everybody else getting. I want the sea moss he drinking.
You want that purple moss?
All right.
You want the purple moss, big dog?
I seen you talking about it.
Yeah, that purple moss.
Let me get ready to get started on this one. Wow. Let me see.
This man about to do a whole band design right now.
I ain't gonna do it right now. I'm gonna send it to him.
That dude cold-blooded, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, PJ, man.
Man.
Stay safe, man. And we'll be out there.
Okay.
Hey, you do your sea moss make bald spots? Lost hair come back?
Man, you see my skin? I put this stuff I put it in my beard, I put it on my skin, I put it on my hair too.
Did it do it straight? Hey, what you gonna do with him, D?
I don't know, man.
I'm telling you the truth, bro. I put it all on my face, bro. It worked too. Keep my pores small. You know, when I get acne in certain places, I put it on there. It dried up. You heard me make it flat, no black mark. And I put it on my hair, and around the edges, it actually get thicker, man, like real talk. Because it's got like 98 of the minerals that your body needs to function the same way it did when you were an infant.
Dang, that's crazy.
It's crazy that we just not learning about it. I see you, big dog.
What's your mascot?
It's a poet, man.
Huh?
I know, bro.
What is it?
A poet.
Man, I know you lying.
Man, Sidney Lanier Poets, man. So I'm gonna have to make my own mascot. I'm gonna have to do my own thing. You heard me? You know, it's like Southern University, Human Jukebox, and Jackson State is the boom. I'm gonna have to do
Hey,
my thing.
I want to message you on Facebook. When you figure it out, just send me to me, but I'm going to start working on something for you.
I appreciate you, baby.
All right. Man, nice talking to you, man. Stay safe. Stay, stay humble. Stay PJ. Stay a music genius. Stay a culture ambassador, man.
Man,
If
thank you, bro.
Man, you going to run for mayor of Birmingham. I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it with the
man,
band coming behind.
No, man. I do want to run for mayor of a town, but it ain't Birmingham. So we'll talk about that next time.
D, I'm gonna send you a clip before we go to play for him.
All right.
You know, we always got to leave with that director on that note.
We got to. Let the viewers see PJ in action right quick. Waiting on that clip.
Oh, I got it.
Shout out to Charles Gaines, man. Shout out Talladega. I see y'all in the comments. All right. Play this video right quick. Let me share the screen. All right, y'all.
What's wrong?
All right, y'all. Here we go.
No.
It's Talladega College, y'all. 2015. Playing Always.
Can't hear.
You can't hear it?
No.
Hold up.
Man, who cut my hair?
C-Moss.
No, I went on to see Miles that day, brother.
Let's see. I got the volume up. Hold up. Can y'all hear it now?
No. That's that Baton Rouge air, bro. Got my hair looking all dry. I ain't
You got it? You got it, D?
I got the volume up. I don't know why y'all can't hear it. Hold up. You can hear it? Y'all can hear it?
We had one note. That was all we had.
Hold on right quick. Let me see. I play it, D. Yeah, I play it. If y'all don't know, this is Killer Care production filming. This is Talladega Marching Band from the Midnight Madness Battle Band, Southern versus Talladega 2015, always by the incomparable bandmaster, ambassador for the new band scene, Mr. PJ Howard. They stood in the place of the Jackson State that didn't want to show up. Y'all can hear it? You can hear it, PJ?
Come on, Talladega, let's go.
See, this how that boy directed that thing. 2, 1, 2, ready.
On the injury. It's on the injury. We got to Right.
I'm about to bring that smoke on PJ. That's 3-part harmony on the trombone? 4-part?
Dude, here. Boy, you gonna set your face on fire, boy. This dude, yeah.
Hey, but that was really that's one of my favorite clips from 15. PJ, I appreciate you for writing that because you made me go actually listen to the music of that. Wow. Can't too many band directors write a song and I go say, let me go listen to that.
Man,
you know, man, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Man,
definitely gonna get a chance to. What do y'all got any activities planned for the fall with on the collegiate side?
Yeah, ask me that again Saturday after we have our meeting.
Okay.
I'll be able to let you know.
You ain't got to put it out there, because I won't be the first one with the media pass.
Right.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna work on something for your band program. I'm gonna try to give you two, three different logo options, but I think the first one I seen you're gonna be satisfied with.
I appreciate that, baby. Bless y'all, man.
Bless you too, man.
Bless y'all.
Have a good one, man.
If y'all ever need me, man, holler at me.
All right.
We just need a Porsche to take down on Sunset Boulevard at the Turkey Day Classic.
Man.
Jump out there with a sea moss trench coat on.
Oh man, that's a sea moss trench coat. You gonna smell like a dolphin.
Where you actually get that sea moss from?
St.
Where it come from?
Yeah, St. Lucia.
You can't get it out the Gulf of Mexico?
No, you can't get nothing out of the Gulf of Mexico.
Them people be drinking BP on sea moss.
That one drink.
10W40. What's wrong with you? My heart's slipping. PJ done sold me some 5-way 30 of sea moss.
Oh,
man.
man.
It's the black brand.
Lord. No, yeah. Man, we only sell gold and purple. We own it, though. You hear me? But if I can help out anybody, y'all let me know.
Matter of fact, give me your website so when I get out for Facebook jail, I could post it. What is it? Irish Boss?
No, it's Moss Boss Beham. The Moss Boss Beham. Hold on. I'm about to tell you right now.
All right.
It's Sea Moss Boss. Damn, I'm sorry. So it's Sea Moss Boss Beham. It's on IG. You see all my products. I even got cups and mugs because you can make teas and everything at the Sea Moss. So yeah.
Sea Moss Boss Beham.
That's right.
.net?
No, that's just on Instagram. You'll see the link on Instagram.
Moss. Let me see. Don't pay me no mind. I get to it. Trust me. I get to it when we leave. I'm gonna reshare it on my like I said, I can't get on Facebook, but I'm gonna share it on my Majorette Media page and my t-shirt company page for you.
I appreciate that, baby.
Oh yeah, man. Always.
Right.
We're gonna have to make some moonshine. We gotta get some moonshine sea moss, D.
Definitely.
Hey, I want you to try it first and let me know.
All you gotta do is hey, you bring the sea moss, I bring the shine.
I got you. Well, you know, right. You still gonna have to try it first.
Oh, I'm gonna try it. I ain't scared. I don't think you can do it rolling to Birmingham County Medical Center.
I'm just letting you know I'm scared. So yeah, I will roll with it.
But man, it was nice sitting down talking to you, PJ. Like I say, man, I'm gonna work on some stuff for you and get it to you.
I appreciate you, baby. And a pleasure
All right.
all mine.
You too. All right,
Yeah.
buddy.
All right, man. Stay safe, man.
And you too,
All right.
big dog.
All right.
All right.